Good afternoon. I want to introduce you today to a little boy named Hudson. This is Hudson. Hudson was enrolled in the 3-year-old class at a 3-star facility after being pulled from a center that was not part of the Better Beginnings system. Upon completion of developmental screenings, it was discovered that most of Hudson's developmental levels were at risk. Hudson had not had the structure and the support that he needed to thrive. Every child deserves the best. Studies have shown that children who receive quality care during the first 5 years of their lives are better prepared socially, emotionally, and academically for every journey that life takes them on. Harvard University did a study several years back on brain development, and they discovered that much of who we are is formulated during those early years. The role that educators play in the lives of these children is so important. Everything that is poured into them during these years has the power to make or break that child forever. In my 23 years in this industry, I've spent a great deal of time in the classroom, not just as a teacher, but as a trainer and as a director as well. I have over 300 hours of professional development with the state of Arkansas that includes CDA credentials that were awarded to me by the National Early Childhood Commission. In May, I will graduate with a bachelor's degree in child development. During my time in this industry, the biggest obstacle that daycare centers face is maintaining quality teachers. I've watched as teachers have come and gone, many entering the classroom completely unprepared for the responsibilities that they were handed. The Alliance for Excellent Education found that most early childhood educator teachers will walk away from this industry within their first 5 years. Today, we will discuss how A-State Childhood Services is working hard to ensure that educators in this industry are getting the training and the support that they need to provide the care our children deserve. By offering professional development, resource centers across the state, and through the Better Beginnings program, their goal is to raise the overall levels of care across the state to quality levels in every center. For more than 40 years, Childhood Services is charged with meeting the professional development needs of educators. The division has provided in-service training and coaching to teachers and administrators all across the state. Their staff is available for technical assistance that can be tailored to the individual's teacher's needs, or it might be something that the center needs. They also offer annual conferences and workshops to motivate teachers and parents as well. Child care aware offices are set up all across the state. These offices are funded and staffed by Childhood Services, and they provide a large assortment of resources for teachers and administrators. Adventures in Learning is a free curriculum that is available at each office. All the supporting material that a teacher needs for the curriculum is provided there in those resource centers. You can go in and you can check out tubs of things, say that the theme might be on senses for that week. They'll have a corresponding tub that's filled with books and manipulatives and posters and an assortment of things that the teacher can use in the classroom with that curriculum. They also have an assortment of office equipment that's available to teachers. They have the die cut machines that you can use. They have a laminator, copy machines, and a lot of other things that are free to use to teachers and directors and child care centers all across the state. They also have an in-house library that's filled with resource books that you can check out. Maybe you're needing extra guidance on behavior issues in your classroom or on child development in general. Whatever it is, I guarantee you'll probably find a book on their shelves that could benefit you. With the implementation of the Better Beginnings program, Childhood Services is raising the quality level in child care centers all across the state. By raising standards of training for the staff, improving program administration through the use of a business administration scale, and improving the classroom with the environmental rating scale, participating centers are ensuring children in their programs are receiving the best. Participating centers must maintain a higher number of training hours each year. There are also specific classes that all or part of the staff are required to take. Professional development levels are raised above the state's minimum requirements to ensure that participants in these programs are able to maintain quality level programs. Each center must go through a review of their program administration practices. By maintaining a certain score on this scale, the center is ensuring that their policies and practices are also above the minimum standards set by the state. An environmental assessment is done in selecting classrooms within each center to ensure that each program is enriched with the tools and materials needed for the children to flourish. Now I want to introduce you to 5-year-old Hudson. This is Hudson upon completion of the pre-K program, having been in a level 3, which is the highest rating you can get, center for just 1 short year. Hudson has left for kindergarten not only knowing the skills he needed to have to thrive in kindergarten, but he also is socially and emotionally secure and ready to handle the transition. His ASQ scores rose in 1 year from at-risk levels to well above where he needed to be. That's what quality care does for our children. That's what Childhood Services does for programs. Children deserve our best. They deserve teachers and programs that are enriched with the tools needed to provide that. By meeting the professional development needs, supporting programs with necessary resources, and working with the programs to improve their overall center, Childhood Services is bettering chances that children all across the state of Arkansas are receiving the foundations that they need to succeed.